You're tuning into.
You're now tuning into
Codename Z.
And welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
We're at episode 29, I think.
Are we?
Yeah, 29. This is episode 29.
Oh God.
So we're almost to 30. Woo! We have done this like 30 times
First of all,
almost.
we're almost to 30. Low key and high key.
On the podcast and in real life.
Ooh.
I'm young. I don't know what y'all talking about. Speaking of that, this is
So
a quick
speaking of
side
that
story.
that gray hair I see at the top of.
Speaking of a quick side story,
I don't have
a
any.
teenager called me sir this weekend, and I got really up. I'm like, don't call me that. Like, why are you calling me sir?
Can I say so?
Like,
this is okay.
Wait,
Off topic
wait,
is.
should we
Oh
welcome
wait, yeah.
Everyone, welcome. I'm Tyrone.
And I am a palm leaf.
Whatever. And he's Basil.
And this is Codename Z, the podcast. Thank you. I took all the lines.
Anyway.
No, can I say before we start? Right. When I was teaching, I was like, I don't know, I never liked the whole Mr. and Mrs. thing. Right. And so I always hated Mr. Right, just always pissed me off.
Mr. Right.
Which we have to also bleep that because I don't like my last name out there. But
who you said?
We'll take that off. That's okay. We're gonna do it later on. God damn it.
Stop. I'm sorry. Continue.
Anyway, I just never liked Mr. My last name. So
you know I'm not editing it out. So
you are editing it out.
Well,
Thank you.
It's just your last name.
It doesn't matter. That's not the
name.
That's not the name that I want the internet to have. So thank you.
They're going to figure it out. The internet figures out everything.
Should I say your whole?
You can. I don't mind.
Well, okay. Don't you know? Anyway, but no,
like 10, so.
I just hated I don't know, it was just you just call me Mr. Basil. I didn't like the last name, and then also even with the Mr. it's you just call me Basil, but it's unprofessional. But it's especially when I was so young, I feel I'm 22. These kids are 15.
Right.
You could just call me my name. I don't really care.
Right.
But it's very strange. Also, did you see the TikTok? The girl was if you were born in the 1900s, and everybody who's born, they were bitch.
Right.
Excuse me.
No, but I always say that. I'm we legit was born in the 1900s.
I still can't go to the fact that Clinton was the president when we were born. I still can't get over that.
Let's not talk about that because I
was looking that up because I was talking to my mom because we were looking at who the president of my grandma was born. Right. And I don't even want to tell you who the president was, but we were looking. No, I'm not gonna say it out loud because I'm not gonna put her age out there.
What?
I'll tell you when we
your mom or you said your
my grandma. We're talking grandma, but no, I don't even want to say who it was. Also, she's almost so old that it's funny because the Gen Z is she's the silent era.
Right. Oh yeah.
Literally, that's how.
Because she's not even a boomer.
No, she's not. She's
boomer, right?
She's the boomer age.
Yeah.
But my grandma was literally they had that Gen Z era. Yeah. She's the silent era. That's
right,
how.
It's
really so wild. I'm oh my god.
The silent.
But that's literally the era they call it. It's very strange. I'm oh my god. But we're old. Anyway, that's not.
So we're going to talk about some friendships today.
Were we?
I think so.
So we're talking about how this friendship right here is ending.
Yes.
This is the reason. What, did you do Bing Bong?
Yeah, I did Bing Bong. I don't know why that Bing Bong is so low. That's weird. Anyway.
Yes, this will be the last episode of Codename Z. Because old raggedy bitch over here.
I fired him.
Tyrone was good.
First of all,
the LLC is in my name.
To start at 12:30 to 1. He arrived almost 2 o'clock, and I'm over it.
2 o'clock. I arrived at 1:30.
Is it 30 minutes late?
I'm sorry. You decided to make coffee for yourself as well.
Did you not? Is it too late to get coffee?
I mean, were you not over there making a stew?
My beef stew has nothing to do with this.
Anyway, speaking of friendships, so let me not hit the table. That's gonna sound horrible. So I bring this up to say, have you ever ended a friendship? Officially ended a friendship? Y'all talked about it, we knew mutually, not gonna happen.
No, I don't think. No, I haven't ever. Ooh. Nah.
Excuse you.
I have, because you know me, I don't really even get into stuff that much.
Well, you're not a real friend, so it's
whatever. Anyway, because I don't know, I just I've never had an official talk okay, we're not going to be friends anymore. I don't know. Yeah, no. I
think we all did it as little kids, obviously, but I think as growing up, I don't think I've ever, because I mean, I was waiting for you to kind of ask me.
Have you?
So this is how our friendship goes. I ask questions, he doesn't reverberate it back to me.
I thought you were about to make a point. I was waiting for you to finish your point.
And this is why you're a raggedy bitch.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
Anyway, don't push no buttons. Good night. Anyway,
you just mad because you were stripping and thought you was gonna get white.
You keep picking the wrong person to do that for. Like, right. So you want to run your mouth? What's up? I can't think of a line.
Just run your mouth. That's what I thought.
Anyway, but no. So yeah, I have personally never. I don't think I've ever ended it like on like I've attempted to with people. I'm not saying that out loud, but I have attempted to like because I feel like it just wasn't good for either one. But then I've also fallen into the trap of not ghosting, but kind of just like slowly going so far back that like we don't talk to each other anymore.
Right.
And then see if you kind of get the hint.
True.
So I've done that. But I want to ask you this question. Mm-hmm. How would you end a friendship?
How would I end a friendship? I don't know.
If you're very close, so let's say you're ending it with me, and bitch, try it. Because I know where you live.
I already have a plan.
Yeah, I already know.
By the end of the week.
Yeah, I already know the plan.
All right.
If it's a podcast don't last past June, we know why. Or May or whatever it's supposed to be, we know why. Right. So,
but no, I just think. I mean, I guess a conversation. I guess it's dependent on why the friendship is ending. Like, if something super bad happened, then I don't think I would end it in any sort of way. I just think we would just stop talking. You know what I'm saying? It just would be like. Both parties go on with your lives. But if it's kind of like something bad didn't happen, but it's just like we just aren't compatible friends anymore, then maybe you can have a conversation. I don't know. I just feel like this is very dramatic. I don't know. It's just like...
Oh, God. Not gaslighting.
No, you don't think it's so... I mean, with friends, I mean, because a breakup is like... If you're in let's say a real relationship, you break up. Of course, you're going to have a conversation because of especially if you live together. So it's just like... Why are you not talking to me no more? But a friendship is like, I'm assuming something has happened to the point that is ending. So it's kind of like you can low-key just not talk to them no more and move on with your life. I don't think that's really mature, but you know what I'm saying? It's easier to do that than versus... Which I think...
I think the opposite. I feel like a friendship, I don't know, because I feel like for as long as because we've known each other for like 11 years at this point, right? Like we knew each other since when we go through puberty. Like we've known each other for a minute. Like we've seen all of our bad photos. Ooh, yikes! But I feel like I would even if I feel like let's say perhaps I was dating someone, which still not happening. And I was like, oh, we were together for a year. Right. I feel like I'll probably be like, okay, I guess, we'll talk about it, whatever. But I feel like for a friend like you or like Naisha or something like that, I think everyone deserves more of a conversation.
Yeah, I think it does.
To be like, let's at least talk. Because my thing is, it might not end. But if it really is, it's like at least I guess letting you know because I've known you for so long. Right. It's like for it to kind of go into a way, like go to a point of just like not talking to you anymore. Right. To me, I think it would hurt even more than just coming and being like, yeah, let's talk. I don't think we can be as close as we think we are anymore.
I see what you're saying. I guess the way I'm thinking of it is if you had a friend for as long as like we've been friends or you had a friend for like years and years and years, I'm thinking if you're not going to be friends anymore, it must be something so bad that happened that it's kind of like in my head it almost would be like it's common sense that we're not being, you know what I'm saying? Not common sense, but it's like because what would have occurred for you not to be friends with someone? So it's kind of like, okay, if I slapped your mom, it don't have to be said. It's like, okay, we're not.
She listens to this now. She gonna text me like, "The fuck did he just say?"
I'm not slapping Basil's mom. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think of something real big. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just like because it's like I don't know. Because it wouldn't be like you just. If it's a situation where you're really mad at you're really mad, and the other person may not know that you're mad at them, then
we've had this happen.
Right.
We knew about this.
Right. Then I think in that case it deserves a conversation. But if it's clear like y'all both had like a huge blow up or some type of big disagreement where it's like, okay, we both clear that this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
we're not going to come back from this.
Yeah. I don't know. But.
Okay, I guess I get it. Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, in that case, yeah. But I mean, do you not think that people just simply grow apart?
Yeah. Yes, I think that.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god.
No, you don't think that.
Looked at me all wild. Like I just
because this friendship is getting about a couple years too. Couple years past my age. Let me stop.
So when y'all go check on the Instagram, I'm not there anymore, y'all.
You're
in memoriam.
You're annoying.
But I asked that because so I was having a conversation with a friend, and we've been friends for a very long time as well.
Right.
And it just sort of seems. I'm not saying how.
Just say it.
It's.
Huh?
Boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
so okay. Rude. But no. So we've been friends for a very long time, and we have a other friend as well. You can bleep out this name too.
Wait. First of all, I need to get better with my lip reading because I thought he said somebody completely different.
Damn.
Never mind. Okay.
Jesus. But no, like just as of recent, it's almost to my one friend seems as though like, you know, it's kind of slowly ending but nobody's saying anything.
Right.
And it's highly affecting them. And I've been in that situation too, and it's like it's difficult when you go through a situation, whatever. But it's like to be friends with someone as long as we've all been friends, and to just kind of slowly fade away and just not say anything, just doesn't seem right to me.
Right.
And also
really
we were like really good friends. Like, you know, I had a friend, we have known each other for 8 years.
Right.
And
oh my god.
I'm
sorry, no, because that's a side note, but I had just realized that something happened 8 years ago, and I didn't realize it's been that long, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're really old.
Don't say what I think you're going
to say. I know, but go ahead.
But, yeah, like, and it was like, and that happened to me where, like, you kind of just slowly fade away, and it's like, if you feel, like if you're supposed to be such good friends with someone,
right? Do
you think it's appropriate to just, like, I guess to save them, just slowly side away, or do you think you should have a conversation?
Yeah, okay, that situation is different because it kind of goes to the conversation of like, nothing really serious happened, or maybe the problem lies just with you. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, it's like, just don't ghost them. But in the same token, I do feel like certain friendships that you have from certain stages of your life, it's kind of natural that some of them fizzle. And it's not because the person like did anything wrong or you did anything wrong. It's just like y'all different stages. Y'all don't do the same things anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like some people that I was friends with in high school, I don't consider myself not friends with them, but of course we don't hang out as much as we probably did in high school because it's just like we all went into our separate, you know, lives. And I also think I mentioned this before in another podcast, like you have different types of friendships. So like sometimes when you're really close to people, but like you just grow apart, that doesn't even mean that you're not friends with them anymore. It's just like, it's kind of this understanding that we don't talk to each other a lot, but like if we were to ever want to hang out again, like we're still good. You know what I'm saying? Like because it just transformed into a different type of friendship, I think. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
No, it makes sense. And like I think we all, I mean, I get it to an extent because like there's people who I was friends with in college that we were like literally every single day hanging out.
Right.
And obviously when we graduated, we're not going to do that anymore.
Especially when there's a geographic difference, like you live in different states too. And stuff like that. Yeah.
But I also feel like, do you think it's shady when if they come to your city and not say anything to you?
Well,
and they're actively posting about it, like, you know, like if like I think. Because I used to, like, when I would go to Lancaster, I think for the most part, anyone who I knew in Lancaster, I would send them a snap or whatever, be like, even if I'm not going to hang out with you, just acknowledge that, like, I'm near you, just to let you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might end up where it's like, oh, well, what are you doing here? I have free time.
Right.
I want to say the time before then, I texted my one friend, I was like, oh, like, I'd send him a snap, like, oh, yeah, I'm in the town, whatever.
Right.
And I actually had time off that day in general to hang out.
Right.
And he was like, oh, well, I get off work at this time. Let's hang out. I'm like, cool. Let's do it. Because we're here.
I definitely think you should tell. If your friendship was... Because, I mean, you know we all have friends and then we have acquaintances. So it's kind of like... There's a lot of people that... In college, I would consider my friend, but it's kind of like... We was never that cool. Be like, let's go to the please, or something like that. So maybe in that case, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm in your city. But
you gonna stop banging this watch on the table, please? What? It's loud.
It's not even that loud.
Not you put your sweater over and try not to hit it.
But anyway, so it's like certain people I might not tell, but like if we were like actually close friends, like to the point where we hung out every day, like we were actually really good friends in college, like I would definitely tell you if I was
like in the
your
town.
city. Yeah.
Okay, well then how do you feel about people who live in the same town as you? And like you guys are friends and it's like you don't talk, you don't hang out. Stop. Like you don't.
I quit this conversation. I quit this conversation.
That's not a. Oh my god, that's not a sound for quit. Anyway,
right?
Censor bar.
That was just the beat, the signifying beep.
You should have like a door opening and closing.
Right.
Never mind. This is off topic. But what do you think about like if you have a friend who is in the same town as you and you are childhood friends, right? And it's like we don't see each other ever, we don't ever hang out, we don't ever do X, Y, and Z, right? And it's like I've known you since we had pimples. I've known you since we was in high school. I know you since we've been in college. I know you now, and it's like, but that's like I don't hang out with you at all, and right. we were so close. So why are we not hanging out? And if it's like, oh, there's no issue, then why are we not? Like, you know what I mean?
I think it's just the thing of like sometimes, like I was saying, like sometimes it's not even the fact that anything is wrong with that friendship. It's just more so like you're adults now, so it's like you really do have lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like even a lot of people from high school have kids already. So it's like a few of them are married.
But that's explainable because like right, you have something to do. But like if you don't have anything, it's like we both working 9 to 5,
right? But still,
and it's like people, at least let's go hang out at a bar for an hour or two after work on a Friday, and it's like, oh, I'm busy. Busy doing what?
But I'm saying because sometimes people like, I guess what I'm saying is that sometimes everybody handles things differently or schedules themselves differently, so it may appear that someone has like ample free time to you, but I don't know, maybe they've been doing so much during the work week that during their free time, like they may just want to really, I mean, everybody can make time to go out, but like they really may just want to rest. So it's like it's free time, but it's not really free time, or you get what I'm saying? Or maybe they have like, I don't know, if someone does work and school, they may have work to do. I don't know. But I think sometimes people's lives, and it's just like, sometimes you meet your work friends, and it's just like, it's easier to get together because if you already at work, and your job is across the street from a bar, it's like, oh, let's go get some drink. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But I think sometimes if you feel like that, I guess like, sometimes maybe you have to make the effort just to say, because like sometimes people may not even be thinking like, oh, I didn't hang out with that person. Like, so if you just let them know like, we haven't done XYZ in a long time, they're probably like, okay, let's do it. It's just people get wrapped up in their lives. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
I get it, and also at the same time, it kind of like it's like you can make time. Like we have 24 hours in a day, and if you're like, oh, well, I have to do this one thing, I gotta go to Target at 2. It's like, okay, so we have the entire morning. We have all the time past 2 o'clock.
But sometimes people be sleepy. I'm just saying.
Like, but you, it's funny because you keep saying it's so funny that you do this because you do this too. You raggedy bitch. How dare you?
But we hang out. We talk like we see each other every week now.
Yeah, I had to make it happen.
Whatever.
Okay.
And
this is not the conversation. We're not doing this.
And a few months ago, we were going out a lot down to the city. When we witnessed the
again, I had to.
We witnessed a fight or something happening in the car, but
no, don't talk about that.
Oh my god, I was so scared. Let me stop. Okay,
don't talk about that. Oh no. See, now someone's gonna be like, "What is that?" Right. That's coming out with the Patreon,
right?
But no, but I'm being like because I don't know. I feel strange when it's like. At no point you have the free time. It's like, oh, right. It's a Saturday, and it's like, so I ask. I think a lot of times people preference are like, okay, what are you doing on Saturday? Right. If you're like, oh no, nothing. I'm gonna hang out with the dog, and it's like, oh, then let's go to lunch, and it's like, oh, but I gotta do this thing. It's like, see, you didn't say you were doing anything, but now you're saying you are. Right. And for someone, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that it's anyone's responsibility, but for people who are suffering internally, a lot of times, they're trying to hang out because they need the moment to kind of get away from everything and kind of like express themselves. And it's like, I'm not saying put that burden on a friend, because I'd say burden because I suffer from it, so everybody can shut up. I say burden, but I don't think it's not fair to put the burden on a friend. But I think as a friend, I would know, okay, they're probably reaching out for this certain reason. Right. So maybe let me open up some of my time. Like, I have friends now, but like, if they want to get on the phone, and I'm like, I just really don't feel like getting on the phone. But I know that the issues that they're going about are difficult for them. Right. I'm going to like, okay, I'll carve out some time to do this thing for a friend. Right. Because I know they need it. Like, I mean, you wouldn't, if you had a friend with an eating disorder, you wouldn't be like, well, girl, anyway, I'm about to go eat this cheeseburger. You want to have a cheeseburger? Oh, you can't have a cheeseburger. That's right. And then just walk away. Like, you can't have a cheeseburger. You would be mindful of like, oh, okay, this is something I have to think about. Right. So when you have that friend and I feel like they keep reaching out like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, oh, no, I'm busy doing this. Oh, I'm busy doing this. It's like, you don't have any type of time on the Saturday or Sunday. Right. You don't have any type of time on the day you have off. Right. And it's like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like,
you can't take 2 hours of that day.
Right. Just reach out. Because like I said, sometimes people are just going through the motions sometimes that is like, it might not jog on their mind. And then also, like I said, like, I saw a meme one time. It's like, just because I have free time doesn't mean that I have free time for other people. So, you know, sometimes people just some people might have really stressful, like, your job seems semi-stressful.
Don't say semi, because
it's right. So, like, I wouldn't...
Stressful as hell.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, okay, it's the weekend, but you just like, I just want to, like, chill. You know what I'm saying? Or just watch TV or something like that. So, I don't know.
I get it, but also I think at the same time, too, like, I sometimes enjoy when people invite me to things because I get into that mode of just wanting to be in the house all the time, and you never know exactly how much you need to get out the house until you get out the house, and you're like, oh my God, I was depressed. Because, like, you know, you get into the habit where you're like, I'm fine. And you get outside, you're like, oh, thank God, I'm so glad you invited me outside. Right. I didn't realize exactly how much I wanted to kill myself till right now. Like, you know, like, it's... Right. And it kind of sucks because, like, if you have that person, you think you're going to, you know, whatever. But it's like... And if I feel like if you keep on trying to have the conversation and it's not going anywhere, do you not feel hurt? Like, okay, is this where it's... You know, this is where it's ending up at. Because I would feel like that, too. If I keep trying to have a conversation with you, like, I got to talk to you about something, you know, we don't hang out, we don't do this. And it's like, oh, whatever, girl, like, whatever, boy. And it's like, okay, do you just not care?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, so you just don't give a fuck. Okay, great. Right. I don't know. It just...
No, yeah. And then, like you said, and also, like, sometimes, like you said, people do grow apart from each other. It's like, sometimes maybe it's just like, y'all don't do the same things anymore. So it's just like, it's not that they don't want to hang out with you, but just like...
I mean, offer solutions.
We don't...
Like, if right now, if I said...
Some people don't allow for solutions.
Okay, wow.
I'm just, not you, I'm just saying.
I know, it's rude. But I'm saying, like, so let's say, like, okay, I invite you, let's go to a bar, or let's go to a club, and you don't do clubs no more. You can be like, let's
not... do clubs? That was just hypothetical.
It's a hypological question.
Last night. Let me stop.
Good night. It's a hypological question.
Hypological.
Pulling a Jackie Christie. But no, it's a hypothetical of like, okay, let's say I want to do this one thing. And I say, okay, let's do this one thing. Right. Like, well, let's do this instead. And it's like, well, I kind of want to do this. Like, well, I kind of want to do that. It's like, okay, then we've reached we don't want to, whatever. We don't, but it's like, we can't find something in the middle. Like, okay, you don't want to go to like a club. I don't want to go to the library. Like, so then let's do a dive bar where it's like dead.
Yeah, you just
like there's still drinks, there's still music, but it's not like blasting. You got to stand up. You can sit down, get some wings or whatever.
Right.
It's like, but I feel like as a friend, you should definitely like try to accommodate. Like,
yeah,
because if you have two different things you want to do, and it's just like, well, I don't want to do this one thing. Okay, bye. Like,
right.
Well, F you too.
Like, but some people just don't want to accommodate, or they just don't have the same version of fun anymore. It's just like, it's just. I mean, sometimes
I think it just sounds bad when you're like, I don't like. It's like, oh, I just don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna. It's like, damn, like, what are you trying to say to me? Like,
and then sometimes people change and do certain behaviors, where it's like the other person may feel like, okay, that behavior is not compatible with my life, or it could actually be harmful to me or anything, and it's kind of like, I gotta put me first.
Oh, and you know what? On that note,
I gotta put me first.
Turn it off.